Hey, welcome back. I'm Greg Leach, Art of Cycling, but as you already know, we're not doing cycling. That comes back again in July. But here I am working on this piece. We now have a title. I'll go into that in a minute, but I'm continuing to work across the figures. And again, this is oil sticks on paper, so you can see the blending. I've corrected this face here. I didn't like its position and scale before, so I'm working her face, and you'll see I'll come back to her again later. And I'll move the camera a little bit for you and lay in some of the next figures. Also, I cleaned off the lens in the interim. So this is the next officer. I think I talked earlier about these arms mimicking the legs of the dead soldiers of the French Guard in the original painting, the Delacroix's Liberty Leads the People. But it's working now, just laying in some background. Back to this officer, you may recognize that he's labeled ICE, and you may recognize the adaptation of the flag on the back of the guy with the red hat. You may even get the inference of the red hat. But again, just working through the backgrounds, and now back up to get this figure, hair back in, laying in the hint of the two faces of the people yet to come, realizing that that shirt needed to be lighter in color. Again, utilizing, you can see I also made a mistake and picked up the green instead of the blue oil stick. But, all paintings are sort of about mistakes. And so here I'm back in the studio the next day. I've thought about, so we've got reduce the tongue, finish the face, deal with the yellow arm, and fix the kid's face. So this is the kid's face over here. You can see how the tongue is sticking out. And as we pan back across, there's also some background issues that I didn't note. See how that arm is real yellow and her other arm is quite orange. And then obviously his face doesn't exist yet. So those are my goals for today, and that will mark the painting being finished. So here we are. So the tongue, I realized all I really had to do was put it back in his mouth, putting the lip. Worked on the face. It frustrated me a bit, but I sort of got where I wanted to be. I also realized this background in the original, there's a stormy clouds and the blue sky, and so I added that blue. Sorry, it's quite out of camera fixing her yellow arm. I also wasn't happy with her eyes, so I repositioned them, and now working on this final face. And it kind of ended up being of an indeterminate race, which is fine. I mean, he's the orange-yellow race, right? And I kind of like this little bit of smirk or concerned look he has. And occasionally I will manipulate the oil sticks with finger. This is a great opportunity for you to see, or for me to see, my developing bald spot. Didn't know it was quite that severe. But I'm signing the painting right now. Sorry my head's in the way. But you can see we, the people is the title, because this is really what this painting's about. And then the painting isn't done, of course, until it's titled and signed with today's date. So as of recording, it's the 7th of May. And as you well have noticed, this painting didn't take a single day. But I always title them, I don't know why this is reversed. But it's always a good opportunity to look at your painting in reverse. It really helps to make sure your composition is right. So I'm sorry this final walkthrough is backwards, but I like seeing that. And I just want to show you just how wonderfully slurpy, and I'm mixing in these RF oil sticks, which are even slurpier in their opacity, gives you even more of a painterly texture. And I just love that all the mixing happens right on the surface. So of course I haven't reminded you all that if you like what you see, please give a thumbs up. And if you want to watch the start of the next painting and the whole development, of course, watch the Tour de France, be sure to subscribe. Signature again, and just going to coming back up. And I really appreciate the opportunity to hear what you think of the painting, and it will be available for sale on my website shortly after I post this, or maybe even before. Thank you.